Hi, my name is Brian Bargood, and in this video I'm going to cover the differences between HTML and WordPress. If you are responsible for developing a website for your business and you know very little about web design, then you might find the various choices that you have when it comes to building a website a bit confusing. After all, how do you choose between a WordPress website and HTML when you don't even know what those terms mean? If you're having a hard time sorting through the jargon and deciding which option is right for you, then I'll try and explain a few differences between HTML and WordPress to help you. The first difference is it's coding versus using a template. One of the most definitive differences between HTML and WordPress is how do you actually execute the site creation. HTML is short for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's actually a programming code that you use to design static web pages from scratch. For example, in an HTML document, if you're a lay person and you just try to read it, all you'll see is gibberish. It'll probably not make any sense to you, and all of that complicated text might simply be something that makes the statement, "Hello, I'm a web designer," appears in a single line on your website. Now, if you don't know what all of that means, then you need to learn HTML in order to write the code. If you did understand what it meant, then you'd know that you create HTML pages with software like Dreamweaver, and you might still need to learn more stuff. WordPress, on the other hand, is a platform for building dynamic web pages using a template-based format that allows you to easily create the websites by adding content and dragging and dropping features that you want on the pages of the site. You don't need to know as much of the inner workings of the site and coding to work with WordPress. Now, static versus dynamic, what does that mean? HTML pages are static. It means they stand alone and stay the same unless you go in and manually change them. And that means if you want to change the look or the feel of your entire site, you have to open up the file for each page manually and make the necessary changes separately. WordPress pages are dynamic, meaning that they're all stored in a single database and linked together in a way that allows you to make style changes with a few simple clicks from a simple single user interface. By the way, you can make static pages using WordPress. Now, that's something else. Now, the final difference I'm going to point out between HTML and WordPress is that one is a closed source and one is an open source. And what I mean by that is the following. HTML is closed source. Only you or the person who wrote the code can make changes to or embellish the code. And this is very limiting unless you have a skilled coder on hand. But WordPress, on the other hand, is open source, and that means that anyone can develop additions like plugins that you can apply to your site to make it better looking, more functional, and highly customized. I hope that you found this video informative and of some use to you. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to my video channel or my blog, and we'll notify you as and when we release new ones. Thank you very much.